Yo, what's good, YouTube? Yo, I haven't posted in like a whole ass month. But now summer's here, I'm finally back, and I just seen Across the Spider-Verse like 2 weeks ago. And I'm here with my friend Mason. Yo, Mason, introduce yourself.
What's good, y'all? My name is Mason, aka Niggy4L. You can follow me on Twitter at Niggy4L. That's it for now. That's all I got.
Alright, and the rest of whatever he links, whatever social media he got is gonna be in the description. Alright, so we both saw Across the Spider-Verse like 2 weeks ago. And we
That's
here
right.
to do a tier list. And obviously, there's like mad copies here, but you know which one we're gonna do. I mean, including the Sony movies, which is like Venom and Morbius movie.
Okay.
Alright.
Bet.
So, and I haven't seen these movies in a minute, so this is going off just vague memory.
I just seen 1 and 2 like a couple weeks ago, so they're kind of still fresh in my head. I wanted to rewatch some of them, in honor of Across the Spider-Verse. And I thought, shit, perfect timing. They just put them on Netflix and all that, so I was like, bet.
Wait, which one? The Spider-Man, the Raimi Spider-Man movies?
Yeah, they got 1, 2, and 3. The ones with Toby in it.
Oh yeah, and they got Andrew's Amazing Spider-Man 1 and all of Tom Holland movies on Disney Plus, except for No Way Home. No Way Home is not there.
Oh man.
Fuck it. So, damn, I forgot to edit these. Oh, whatever. Alright, first starting with Raimi Spider-Man 1. What you think?
Alright. I'm not gonna lie. That movie was fire. No nostalgia vibe. Like, after just seeing it, it's fresh. It was a valid ass movie. I can't lie. Okay. Green Goblin was a very good ass villain in the first movie. I can't cap. Mm-hmm. The way this nigga was moving straight devious, I fucked with it all the time.
So where would you put it? Where would you put it?
I'd probably put it in A tier.
A tier?
It was a nice origin. I say A tier. It was a nice origin film. Some niggas may disagree and say S, but I think to say S tier, you know what? I'm gonna throw it in S, actually. I'm gonna throw it in S.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw it in S. I had to think real quick. Hold on. I might throw it in S. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah. I think you were cooking when you said it A, because S is crazy. I don't think. When I rewatched it like a month ago or 2 months ago, I was like, let me just like rewatch it, and like it was kind of goofy because like looking back at all the memes
and all that, and you just watching it.
It was
like, nah, come on.
It was outdated as hell, but like Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, he was fire.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 100%.
Toby's Peter Parker, he was nice. But like
very good. Plus the acting, you gotta remember the movie. The acting was on point.
Exactly, but like those two. No, that's how you good. But those two are really like the only two really good things about the movie for real.
Mm-hmm.
But then like everything else is kind of like mediocre. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was a good origin. The first half was nice. The Willem Dafoe stuff was nice. But other than that, everything else. And Aunt May was good. But other than that, everything was kind of just okay, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I can see. Okay. I agree. We can throw it in A. I can see what you're saying.
High B or like high A or like low A. But since it's
I'd
the
say
only
probably
thing
low A.
I'll say A. We can always change it later.
Alright, bet.
Now Spider-Man 2.
Each a time.
What you? You go first.
Now, Spider-Man 2. Niggas gonna hate me. I might have to say possibly B tier. I'm not gonna lie. Look.
Expand on that, bro. Talk about that.
Okay, hold on.
Elaborate.
Him stopping the train, fire. Okay. Right?
Okay.
But Doc Ock, like where he come from? Like, yo, really, like, alright. He's a cool villain. Mm-hmm. Smart as hell, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's like, alright, you failed all your classes, blah, blah, blah. I'm about to write a report on him. Oh, I know him. Oh, Harry know him too. Like, alright.
We talk about that.
He meet this nigga. Yeah, I'm talking about Doc Ock. Like, he beat him.
Gotcha.
And it's like, alright, I'm about to make the palm. I'm about to make the sun. I'm about to hold the sun in the palm of my hand.
Yeah.
You telling me you not gonna sit there and be like, bro, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
But that was really the only bad thing though. Or like the only like weird part about it.
Like, yo, I'm sitting like, what the fuck? Yo, I'm not gonna lie though, that movie was cold.
Nah,
but
facts.
the part you know, when he was like he was in the hospital, he's about to take the octopus legs off him.
Yeah.
Just kill everybody in the room. I'm like, damn,
facts.
no music, no nothing. Straight silence, just I'm like, oh, that's evil.
Nah,
so he's definitely a valid ass villain. I can't cat.
One thing I
the movie was going.
I'll continue. I'll cut you off.
Oh no. I definitely say if it is B, I'm saying B plus, 100%.
One thing,
B plus.
One thing to add on though, one thing I hate about the movie was the MJ drama. That shit got me tight. I'm like, bro,
yeah, that's
this will they, won't they? Like, bro, like the first movie, okay, it adds on to the first movie, right? Because you know he walked away and everything, but then this whole will they, won't they, back and forth. I'm like, bro, just stop, bro. This shit is getting me tight. And then him giving up his powers, and then not giving up, but the dilemma of him losing his powers, which is good. And then like he was like, oh, he's getting his life back and everything, and then MJ comes out of nowhere. I'm like, bro, why is she still here? I'm not gonna lie, and it was pissing me off. But then like everything with Doc Ock, like it's basically the same argument of the last movie. Everything with Doc Ock and Peter was good, but then literally everything else was just like okay. But then I feel like the Doc Ock's motive, that shit was kind of lame. Like, what do you mean the power of the sun and what do you mean the power of the sun in the palm of your hand? What are you gonna do with that power? Like, what are you doing?
I guess he was trying to say, he's trying to say with his electric bill. He definitely said that when he was talking about it. So,
probably. You said
like I said, I'll say B plus. B plus.
B plus. I feel like it's better than the first one though. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. I like it a lot. It's definitely my favorite Raimi movie. So I'm gonna just put A for now to tie it.
Okay.
And then we can do it later.
Yeah, that's even.
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3. Alright, so this one I haven't seen in a minute.
Same.
I'm actually gonna watch this one next. So this one's going straight off memory. But everybody knows Venom is cold.
Okay.
It's no debate. Him with the black suit is definitely one of the best suits of all time.
That's fine.
Everybody knows it's a good movie. The way it moves, it is a little like, what the fuck is, like, why is Harry Venom? I mean, I get it. Like, I don't know. It's definitely a good movie. A lot of plot holes.
Yo,
maybe.
Oh my god, plot holes. Yo, not to cut you
off, but
when the butler told Harry about the father, like three movies after, that was so stupid. Like, where did you had this knowledge all along? Why didn't you tell him early on? It was so stupid, bro. It was stupid as hell. That shit was stupid as fuck.
Hey, bro, you can't lie to him. We seen true hater shit. Bro was praying in the church to kill this nigga. Like, yo.
Nah, Eddie was, that part was hilarious, bro.
That nigga was devious.
That part was
kill him, bro.
That part was
Get him out.
What's it called? I don't, what's it called? The Sandman. I like Sandman. He was good. He was a good.
Yeah, Sandman's definitely a good character.
I don't really get the hate that people said that it was like all over the place. Cause like it wasn't even all over the place. Like we got Sandman coming through. The symbiote, the symbiote was random as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, that shit came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But like it was like a good addition.
Although there is
an
explanation of it.
Yeah, but it was still a good addition to the story. The only thing that I could say was like out of place was like Harry Green Goblin, but like even then, that was still like a good addition also.
Right.
And it all basically blended well compared to Amazing Spider-Man 2, but that shit was all over the place. But this one kind of blended like well together. And I think my favorite part was when Peter fucked up Harry in his house. That shit was funny as hell.
Straight coldness. That was yeah.
So I'm probably gonna say, is this my favorite movie? It might be my favorite Raimi movie. I don't know. I don't know.
You know, I can understand why you say that.
That's probably a hot take. That's probably a hot take. That's probably my favorite Raimi movie. I don't know.
Sound like you cooking.
I'm gonna say. Where would you put it?
I'd say A-.
A-? So all Raimi movies A-?
Ooh.
Nah, this is not it. Hold on.
Hey, either that or B+. I mean, you know, A or B.
I'm gonna say.
I'd say B+.
Yeah, that's
B+
that's
at the highest.
That's gonna be. Even though it's a lot, it has a lot of goods, but it's a lot of like non-good.
Yeah, it's a lot of what.
All right, Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, my favorite Spider-Man. This is
now these ones I haven't seen in a while.
How long is a while?
I have to rewatch. A long while, like years.
All right, so
but I do know like the premise of the. Let's see the first one.
All right. So I'm gonna go first then, and I'm gonna let you.
Yeah, you definitely gotta take over.
All right, Amazing Spider-Man 1. This I like this one a lot. Probably I like this one better than the second one, but only by like a little margin. Andrew Garfield, oh my god, that guy is cool as hell. Yo, he had the funniest. He's easily the funniest Spider-Man. No doubt about that.
That's true.
His relationship with Emma Stone, perfect. Absolutely perfect. I like how that his Spider-Man is the one with the consequences in his storyline. Like we got all the consequences. Like he got the real deal of responsibility. Like. And then, like, what's her name? Gwen's dad dying because of his fault. And then him going back on his word at the end of the movie. That's him making a mistake that cost him in the second movie. But we talk about that later. I like his suit. His suit was nice. It looks like his original suit that he actually had to make and sew up and everything. And then I like, I didn't like the Lizard's story. The Lizard's, like, motive was stupid as hell. Obviously, everyone says that turning the city into lizards, that was stupid as hell.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Like I thought he was just trying to cure people's like diseases. That's what he was going for. But now he's trying to turn everybody into lizards. That shit was dumb as hell, bro. But
like what?
But the lizard he looks alright.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I mean,
was good.
What you would think a man lizard looks like, you would kind of think, all right, that's a man lizard.
Facts. And I like how, cause Peter, like, what was it? Peter, he usually like, he was like trying to find the guy who was trying to murder his dad and everything, and then his turn to becoming a hero was like saving a kid from almost like dying in a car. I remember that scene. And then he was like, oh, once he saved the guy's son, he was like, oh, this is what it means to be a hero. And that was like his turning point to becoming like Spider-Man. And then that same guy, the guy's son, he works on a crane. He ends up coming back towards the end of the movie, helping Peter swing to the Oscorp building, I'm pretty sure. So like that's like a good like callback to like the middle scene.
Okay, so that foreshadowing. I like it.
So me personally, I'll put this at A because I like this movie a lot. I'll put this at A.
Well, definitely, like I said, I haven't seen it in a while. So what you're saying has definitely motivated me to go check out this movie. 100%. So I agree with you on that A tier. It definitely sounds like a very good movie.
I bet. Now, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Now this one, like I said, it's been a while, but I can kind of remember. I know Electro's in this one. Jamie Foxx, good ass actor.
Facts.
Again, villain motivation was.
Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna let you cook this one first, then.
Villain motivation was kind of dumb.
I'm glad it was.
This man just tried to become Wi-Fi. bruh, you could do so much like better things than just trying to become Data. you could literally make millions, man. Like, all right, look, I'm gonna charge up New York. Give me some bread.
Bro, it wasn't even
9 to 5.
Bro, his switch up was because he wasn't being the seen in the light, bro. He got jealous because Spider-Man was just being a hero and like everyone sees him and not him. Like, bro, what is that, bro? Like, what are you talking about, bro? That shit was so corny.
Made no sense.
But his theme song was so fire, bro. Oh my god. That theme song was fire as fuck. I remember watching that shit in the theaters, and my whole fucking the surround sound was just boom, 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 boom. I'm like, yo, this shit is fire, huh?
Definitely a good ass movie. Definitely worth the rewatch too every time.
I'm not gonna lie. Out of all the Spider-Man movies, this one's probably the funnest one. No, not the funnest. Like top 3 funnest to rewatch. Because like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of like plot stuff happening, but the action scenes, beautiful. The comedy, beautiful. Like they do the relationship back and forth better than they did in the Raimi movies. That's for sure.
100%.
Obviously, the tearjerker at the end when Gwen dies, that shit was sad. That's true. And then like the theme, even though Electro's motivation and come up was kind of weird, but his theme song carries a lot. Plus his action scenes. And the final scene at the power grid when him versus Peter, that shit was fucking amazing. And that's it. And then even though Harry came out of literally nowhere. He came out of nowhere, and I'm like, bro, this shit was so stupid. Especially when Peter could have literally just given him his blood, to be honest. Like, sure, he was scared of what could have happened to him, but you still wouldn't have known. You could have just given him his blood. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't. Like, just don't, like, let him die. You know? It was so weird to me at that part. But other than that, I really enjoyed this movie. But I do still think that the first one is better than this movie.
Okay. I agree with you on that.
So I'll put that like B. I think it's better than Spider-Man 3 though for me. So I'll put that above it for B. What do you think?
Okay, I can see that.
Alright, man. Put it right here. Homecoming.
Definitely a good movie.
Do you remember Homecoming?
I know. Is that the one? He fought the Vulture in that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the beginning, kind of. I know Iron Man was in it. That's how he got his Stark suit.
Did you forget this movie?
A little bit.
Yo, our memory, bro.
But I know he was in school though. Like I know this one he was in school.
Yeah.
Is this the one they went to Washington D.C. in?
Yeah.
That's right. And he went across I think he went across the country or some shit like that.
Like, oh no, yeah. And then he got he fought. I remember he fought the Vulture in like some truck thing, and that shit took him like to some facility, some far.
Yeah, in fact, he had to wait there for like 5 days or something, like a whole day.
Yeah,
he was chilling.
So you want to go first, or you forgot?
Well, I mean, I liked how the movie was portrayed. You know, I like Tom Holland as an actor as Spider-Man. I think he does a really good ass job.
That's true.
At what he do. He kind of funny. He got his MJ. He valid in the streets for real. I mean, he's him. So I really do like the Homecoming movie. Like I said, it's nice and bright. It's bright. I like that bright like shit. The original Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man was kind of like darkish. This one's nice and like it's bright. You know what I'm saying? Everything is all popping. It pops out. So I like that little warm feeling it kind of gives off in a way. So it's nice and joyful. It's very good. You can definitely watch it anytime, no matter like what you're doing.
Facts.
So I really fuck with it heavy.
Where would you rate it?
It's an origin. So I'm gonna probably throw it in A. I throw it in A tier. Yeah. Nothing hit S yet.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably put it at 8 too. I like this movie a lot. Bet I like it. I like it. I like this. This is like my second or first favorite Tom Holland like Spider-Man movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like when I watched it the first time, I'm like, maybe it's kind of underwhelming. But then I rewatched it the second. No, I rewatched it the second time. I'm like, okay, I like how it really gives off the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man feel because he's just going around doing things, right? Yeah, like I know he's trying to impress Tony in this movie. By like doing big things, but he was also doing the little stuff. He was like helping people. Where he found like a bicycle, I'm pretty sure, and he's trying to like look around who to give it to. And I'm pretty sure he was like doing he was like doing tricks, backflips on like a building for some guy recording him or some shit. And I'm like,
just a regular dude,
right?
Like just a regular guy, like just saving people at the same time,
right?
Like yo,
that shit was kind of fun. And I'm like, okay. And he's also like, I like his back and forth with Ned. Ned was a good friend. Yeah. And then I like his relationship with his on and off flirtation relationship with Liz. And then I like how he was doing stuff like even though he was trying to impress Tony, he's still doing stuff on his own. And then like towards the end, even though he didn't have the suit, Tony was like, "Oh, if you can't do what did he say again? If you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it, right?" And then after Tony took his suit away, he still did the right thing to try to stop Vulture. And Vulture is such a good character, bro. He's such a good character. And then, like, he was just doing things to, like, benefit his family because the Avengers people, like, hold him. And was like, he was just a good guy. And then I like the twist that he was Liz's father. That shit was crazy because it left like a dilemma. And Peter's, like, morals, he's like, oh, my God. The dad basically threatened him, and he's like, Peter's at the prom. He's like, damn, bro, I gotta take this girl to prom, but this guy's about to do something bad right now. So he left her to go stop the bad guy. Her dad. That shit was crazy. And she's like, yo, what the hell, Peter? And he's like, damn, bro, I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Right.
And then I also like that one scene when he was like, oh, I know who Spider-Man is, and then he's just there about to flex himself to the group. But then he realized that he's like, Spider-Man isn't for tricks. He's like, this is not for like some joke. This is some hero shit. So he's like, damn. So then he realized something bad was going on. He left.
Just tell everybody.
So I like that. I like how in the movie, even though it's like a smaller like environment, because he barely gets any swinging time. Like he's in like a small place where he has to like run a lot and do shit and travel. Not really swinging. But I like how he's like making a lot of choices that impact his life. So yeah, I really like this movie. I'll definitely put an A for this movie. Definitely.
100%. I agree with that one.
Now, Far From Home. Ugh.
Far From Home. Now look, I liked this movie.
Okay.
I liked Mysterio. I liked how he was fucking everybody head up. I fucked with him as a villain. He did a good ass job. And the way he just straight up said, alright, he's Spider-Man, by the way. Just died, like, yo, what? Like, you just gonna drop the man's ID like that? It just, alright, I'm out. It's like, yo.
Where'd you rate it? If you would.
It's definitely a good sequel. It's also a sequel movie. People gotta remember that. So it's good as a sequel movie too. As a number 2.
Okay.
I might have to say B+. I'm giving it that sequel film B+.
Okay.
Maybe even low key, and this is rare, but A-. Definitely a B+ film. Definitely a B+ film.
Okay, now this is gonna be a hot ass take. You may not agree with me. You may hate me for this.
Ooh.
But me personally, I do not enjoy this movie. No, like, okay, it's okay. Oh. It's okay, right? But then, like, as a general sense, this movie just doesn't hit with me. And I can explain why. So before you get on my ass, let me at least explain myself.
Alright, go ahead.
Let me see what I like first. I like his dilemma with Tony. He's like, because this is after Endgame. Tony's dead.
Right.
So he's like, oh my god, everywhere I go, I see Tony's face. He's trying to like live up to Tony's like legacy, whatever. Because basically Tony left some stuff for him, etc., etc. And I really like that it's like really focusing on how he's gonna like become his own after Tony's dead. Because Tony's basically became Tony's successor in a sense. And it's like, yeah, it's cool. And Mysterio comes out of nowhere. Mysterio, he's cool as hell. Like I like his suit, comic accurate suit. And the drones and all the elementals and all that, they're cool. But then what I didn't like, it's not really much of what I didn't like. Yeah, he's a Tony villain, not really a Spider-Man villain. But that's just like whatever. I already know in these movies it's mostly going to be Tony villains anyways. But in Homecoming, it wasn't really a Tony villain, but it was like more connected to like both of them. But this one's more connected to like a Tony guy trying to get back at somebody who's already dead, which is like, bro. And then obviously the situation of him giving his glasses. Sure, in the scene is like, okay, he has to make this mistake to redeem himself later.
All right.
So that part I just didn't like, but like I said, I understand that part at least. But the part that really got to me was towards the ending, where like he exposed who Spider-Man is, and then like it didn't even show his face or anything, which kind of ties into No Way Home. But he shows his face, and then everybody just all of a sudden believes him. There's no proof. There's like no proof, especially when all the everyone finds out that the drones are fake. Like the elementals are drones. And the drones aren't really killing people. It's only like attacking like Spider-Man. It's staying to that bridge. And no one really died. But yet people believe Spider-Man's the one who's controlling the drones. When they see Mysterio fighting the thing and realize that the elementals are fake. So how are people just believing Mysterio all like out of nowhere when he's like, oh my god, I sent the elementals in another dimension when the people literally watching the bridge recording at their drones. So like what? Right. This weird ass plot hole that's just there and it continues on for No Way Home. So I was like, bro, that shit was weird as hell. And then I didn't really like the elementals because like this is a Spider-Man movie. And he was over here like trying to fight the elementals, which like did absolutely nothing. And then Mysterio comes out of nowhere.
Shows that he's not a street level villain.
What?
This shows that he's not a street level hero.
But still, bro, I wanted him to like fight like people. Like he can like punch and kick. He was trying to fight like the water guy, which basically did nothing because he got blasted. He tried to fight the lava one, which did nothing because he was running away. And then until Mysterio saved him for each and every one. And so he basically wasn't even able to do any Spider-Maning until like the very end. Which to me was at the very end and like the very beginning and very end. Which is like, bro, the whole middle section was weird. The MJ section, I don't really remember their relationship, him and MJ in Far From Home. But
yeah, I think they were just there.
They were just there and then they just got together. So that relationship was kind of weird, if I remember correctly. And then the Skrull was what's his name? Nick Fury. I don't remember that was the real Nick Fury. Was that the Skrull that can transform into people? I don't remember.
I think that one was Skrull. I think that was the real Nick Fury.
Right. Because towards the end, he transformed right when they were driving, and then Nick Fury was in space or some shit. So I would say this movie's like a B. It's not bad, but the third act is good, and the third act is good and bad. The second act is like weird as hell because it was weird as fuck.
Just a bunch of stuff, just all at once.
Yeah, so I'll put this B. B or okay. It's not a C. It's not a C. So I'll put a B.
Okay. I respect B.
You thought I was gonna say C for a second?
Yes. I was like, wait a second, hold on, that's CT.
Nah, C is crazy. It's not that bad of a movie, but I feel like compared to the rest, this goes last. Compared to the ones that we have on the list already. Not yet. Not the ones that we didn't put up yet.
100%.
All right, No Way Home, one of the recent live action movies. I know for a fact you remember this one.
I do. But you can go first. Unless you go first on this one.
I go first on this one? Alright, no.
Yeah.
Not Homecoming. No Way Home. No Way Home is fun as fuck. That's one thing. Because No Way Home is fun as fuck. Though it has a lot of issues. A lot of issues. But if you just, there's gotta be a movie you can just turn your brain off and just watch for fun. Because like, yeah, it has a lot of, like I tell you, a lot of issues that really do not make sense. Like, how does Electro know who Peter Parker is? He shouldn't be here. Why do people just automatically believe who Spider-Man is? He never said anything. He never did anything. Blah blah blah. People just automatically believe Mysterio's false ass video. How the Spider-Man versus Doctor Strange was weird. The sling ring shit was weird. The force magic shit was weird. There's a whole bunch of weird shit going on. But if you just turn off your brain for everything, just watch the movie, it's fun as fuck. And especially everything really like builds up after Toby and Andrew come. Everything like once Toby and Andrew come, the movie basically becomes perfect, or just not perfect but beautiful. I like the scene where Peter was trying to save the villains, right? That's very Peter like to do. He's trying to save people, and then they basically jump him in his house. And then Aunt May dies and everything. And then once Toby and Andrew come, they basically consult him after that crying thing, and they basically go in the lab, fix shit up, and then they fight people they fight all the villains in that one area. That whole section was good as hell. But that was like the third act. So the first act is kind of trash. The second act, I don't remember what happened in the second act. But the third act was good as fuck. So I would say this movie is like a A, not a S, but a A. It could be a S based off just like turn off your brain and just like, okay, this movie is fun as fuck. It could be an S, but I feel like it's like middle A.
Well, I can see middle A as well. I know I definitely liked the whole movie. I liked the concept. Spider-Man, they just showed the multiverse if you watch the Disney Plus shows, so they know the multiverse is real, so this shows it like, hey, the Spider-Verse is also real. Everything, all that. So I definitely like this movie. It pulled all that shit together. You were right about the Electro thing, low-key, now that I think about it. I mean, how did you know who Peter Parker was? Because at the end he was like, oh, I thought you'd be black.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. So, how did he know? Unless, I don't know. He just heard his name. I guess that counts.
Well, you can't put a face to people just by name. That shit was just weird.
Yeah. So, but it was definitely a good movie. All them niggas coming together.
Yeah.
The end fight was perfect. It showed how strong that nigga Spider-Man really was. He was about to punch the shit out of that nigga Goblin.
Bro, you saw the dent he put into the
he said, I'm not holding back no more, yo. He was coming for blood. So, and they stopped him. So it was definitely a good movie. Definitely something you could definitely just watch. Like, you don't even gotta know nothing for real. You can just watch it.
One thing I do wish though was that Toby and Goblin fought. Like they had a rematch. I just wish they had, because it was already a fan servicey movie, and even though it was still good, I wish they did like more. Because I wanted to see Toby fight what's his name, Goblin again. I wanted to they already had like an Electro and they had an Electro and a Andrew interaction, but Toby didn't interact with Goblin not once in the entire movie, not once. He just got stabbed by him. I'm like, bro, what the hell? He didn't even talk to that guy.
He was like, man, I still hate you, bro.
Yeah, but where'd you rate it?
I'd definitely say A tier as well.
Where in A tier? Like behind someplace, in front of someplace?
Maybe in front of Homecoming.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm gonna have to switch this.
Okay.
I like Andrew's movie. Nah, I like so bro, I like Andrew. Okay. I like Andrew's movie a lot, bro. That movie was so good to me.
Alright, I'm gonna have to rewatch that 100%.
Bro, I may be biased, bro. Nah, I'm not. I like Andrew because if I was biased, both of his movies would be A, bro. If I was biased, both of his movies would be A, but nah. Now Venom. The first Venom was the first Venom was okay. It wasn't okay. It was good. It was alright.
It was super good. That shit was funny.
That shit was funny.
That shit was funny, low key. I thought it'd be off rip.
I thought it was gonna be ass. If it's like, bro, what's the point of having a villain solo movie without the hero? After the villain's supposed to, I'm like,
and they did a good ass job. That shit was funny as hell. Like 100%. That shit was good as fuck.
Yeah,
so I definitely throw it in B.
Oh yeah, facts. I would definitely B.
That's B.
Is that on the same tier as Far From Home, Spider-Man 3, and Amazing Spider-Man 2? Nah, I feel like it's high C.
Yes. C tier. Alright. Okay, I can see that.
Just got Venom and then Morbius. Let me put this in. Venom 2. Venom. Let there be carnage. Oh goodness gracious! This movie.
Oh, that shit is C. I'm not gonna cat. You can throw that shit at the bottom. I'm not gonna lie. Throw that D tier, low key.
This movie is so bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit is ass.
They could have definitely made Carnage like more cooler, but I don't know. They tried to do like too much.
This movie made no sense, bro. We see, the thing I hate about the movie the most was like, bro, they basically hyped up Carnage right in that movie. I remember when Venom saw Carnage suit up, he was like, "Oh shit, a red one!" I'm like, "Oh shit,
it's a red one."
Because Carnage is supposed to be like stronger than Venom, basically, right? I'm like, okay, I don't know how Venom's gonna fight, because usually in like comics or everything else, whenever Venom and Carnage are fighting, he has to team up with Spider-Man or somebody to beat this guy. So now there's no Spider-Man, so how are you gonna fight? And then they fight, and Venom is basically beating this guy up. I'm like, bro, how the fuck? This man Carnage has like all these different like tendrils and like weaponry and shit. Venom just have his raw strength, and he's basically beating the shit out of Carnage. I'm like, bro, this is unrealistic, bro. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. And then oh my god. But that one cool scene, I can see the one good thing I like about that movie when I watched it in the theaters was when Carnage got big as shit. He was like, "Let there be Carnage." And my whole theater shook. That shit was fucking amazing. My whole theater was shaking. I'm like, hold on. That shit gave me goosebumps. I'm not gonna lie. And then the end credit scene that at the time I thought was gonna be like important and good, but that shit was useless. That shit did not do anything in the future. But yeah, this movie was garbage as fuck. Put that shit in D.
Yeah, this is definitely something like you just gotta do one. Oh my gosh!
And then the other garbage movie, Morbius.
All right, now hold on. Morbius wasn't that bad.
What? Explain
As
yourself.
someone who has seen it, I was like, when I got done with it, I was like, yo, the internet definitely lied. This movie wasn't that bad of a movie. It's definitely like a C tier. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Explain. It wasn't that bad, low key. Like, all right, the power of the bats. As weird as that shit looked, that shit was kind of cool. He had that echolocation. He could kind of fly. All he needed was blood. So it's not like he was a villain. He did kill somebody, but he was like, all right, I just need to survive, blah blah blah, in a way.
Right.
Now the other nigga who got bat powers, that shit made no sense because how the fuck what that bio did? You might have just told him or something. I don't know. He just found out about that shit. He said, "Fuck this." Stuck himself with that. He said, "All right, let's get it. We can be bad niggas together." And he was like, "Let's go kill people." No. They just started fighting.
Bro, how did he turn? I forgot that.
How did he tell? I don't know. He might have just seen it and he just broke into his lab one because I think he funds his lab.
Yeah.
Or he funds his research.
Yeah, I think he does.
Because apparently he got super rich one day. I don't fucking know how.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it wasn't that bad of a movie. I definitely throw it in C.
Bro, this movie is trash, bro. I
threw it after Venom, but before Venom 2.
I watched 100%. This movie, and I was like, bro, the atmosphere was dark as fuck. The lighting was dark as shit. And then
because it was a vampire movie.
I know, but still, and then, but like, bro, even the when they were fighting, they left like some weird like dragging off after image thing, and it was like weird as fuck. You could barely tell what the fuck was going on because they kept moving so fast that the whatever trail they were leaving off was like all you could see at the time, and it was like all over the screen, so you can barely see them moving. So I'm like, this is supposed to be a fight scene, and I can barely see what's going on.
Can't even see what's going on.
I remember the girlfriend got turned to a vampire, and for some reason people thought she was going to be like a villain or something. But we would never know because it's not going to be a Morbius too. And then, what's it called? The end credit scene was the most PS2 dialogue GTA shit I've ever seen. Again, with him and the Vulture, it was mad weird. I don't know how they even came along together in the end of the end credits. It was so weird.
Chill.
That movie was just weird. But I like when Milo was dancing. That shit was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was low-key rooting for him the whole movie. I was low-key rooting for the whole movie.
Oh, you're evil.
I was like, because I was like, all right, bro. Milo, he basically did the Andrew treatment to Harry. Milo was basically like, he was dying, right? Like he just wants a cure. He just wants a better, like anything better than what he is right now. And for some reason, Morbius, he's like, nah, bro, because he's like, nah, this shit is not good for you, bro. Chill. And he's like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? I need something. Let me just feel better because you look better. He's like, nah, it's not finished. Let me finish testing it out. He said, nah, fuck you, bro. And he took his shit. He used it. He got better. And I'm like, you know what, Milo? You deserve it, bro. You deserve it. Go off, bro. Do what you gotta do. Milo was just killing people. He was dancing. He was dressing up nice. I'm like, yo,
he was living his best life, low key.
Like, yo. All right, you know what, Milo? I root for you. Let Milo cook. And he was cooking. I'm not gonna lie. And even though he lost in the end, he died. I'm like, yo, Milo's cooking, to be honest.
That's because he can control all the bats in the world, apparently.
That scene was kind of weird. I'm like, yo, how the hell this guy's he's bat bending? Like, what?
That man is Batman to the true sense.
That man rose his hand up, and all of a sudden, these bats come out of nowhere. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So Milo, why can't you do the same shit?
Facts. He could have definitely did the same thing.
It was weird, but whatever. Me personally, I'm giving this movie a D. But you want to say C, so that would have to equate it to the top of D.
Yeah, facts, to the top of D. Yeah.
Now,
but definitely a good movie.
Definitely. I'm not gonna lie. It was, but I like the memes though. The meme of it being like the best movie ever.
Yeah, facts.
That shit was hilarious.
They brought it back into the movies just so you can see it again.
That shit was hilarious.
That shit was funny as hell.
The movie was. It was but there's some parts in it that like, okay, it was nice. Like I said, the Milo dancing scene was hilarious. I was rooting for Milo the whole time. So hey, to be honest, if you just turn your brain off, even though it's still ass, you can enjoy yourself in some parts of it. To be honest.
Hell yeah.
Now for the best Spider-Man movies to ever exist.
Yes, sir. I agree with him all the time.
Into the Spider-Verse goes first.
Automatic ass. No.
Bro, at least explain yourself. Nah, it goes to ass, no doubt about. But you need to explain yourself first.
Okay.
You go first. I went
right. So I'm going to assume everyone has. All right, now I do it.
Bro. Bro,
because we also So wait, can we talk about Across the Spider-Verse then? Because
no, Into the Spider-Verse first.
All right. So the Spider-Verse is definitely an S tier movie then.
Mm-hmm.
Just off, it's an origin, right. And I love the animation style. I love that everyone's animation is different. Also,
Facts.
the animation, in my opinion, all around amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The American Mappa, so they say. All right, let me chill. But definitely, I love the way the movie's animated. I love the way the story unfolds. I love the way he gets his powers. I love the way his relationship is with everybody. I love Miles Morales whole around as Spider-Man. He's a great fucking character. The way at the end he just jumps off the building. His suit, hoodie with the suit,
God.
the Jordans, clean.
Oh my God, bro.
His fit was tough.
Oh God, bro. That shit is so fire.
So he's definitely just a good ass Spider-Man. The way the movie is, it shows, like I said, the multiverse, the Spider-Verse. You can't ask for more. Kingpin. I think this is the first time we've seen Kingpin in the movie. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, that's whatever Kingpin fans are out there. I mean, I know he was tough in Daredevil, so I respect it. Definitely an S tier villain. He was just fucking shit up. He went to bring his family back.
Bro was rocking with the Deagle gun, bro. The whole movie.
Facts. And the Prowler, a good villain. Sadly, Rip Uncle Aaron. He dead as hell. But that shit was sad as fuck when he was about to pee his ass. He took off his face like, oh shit, never. No.
They got shot.
That shit was sad. That shit was sad as hell.
That shit was sad.
Definitely a S tier movie.
Nah, facts. I feel like what was your favorite part before I talk about mine? What was your favorite part?
Probably when he found out he could go invisible and they were like running around through that facility with Dr. Ock. That was a nice little scene between
bro just pops out of the scene and Peter's like, what the fuck, where'd you go?
I don't know. They're right here, bro.
Okay.
And
what you about to say? You just said and. I heard you.
Nah. Cause this is for something later.
Oh, you want to talk about Across the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna say my turn. And you can go.
All right, bet.
All right. So Into the Spider-Verse. I like this movie a lot. I remember watching this 2018. Where that shit was so good. I remember telling my cousin, because I watched it with my cousin. He's like, "What is this?" I mean, this is a Spider-Man movie. He said Spider-Man, but it's not no Peter Parker. I'm like, bro, just watch a movie, bro, chill. Because I rewatched it and then I watched it again with him in his house because he didn't watch it in the theaters with me.
All right.
And he was like, okay, let me watch. Yo, this movie was so good. He became addicted to this after I showed it to him. This movie had everything. Had the good animation, the good music, good emotion about the movie. This movie was well written also. And especially when it goes to Across the Spider-Verse, but we talk about that after. It's well written in its own right. And it does a multiverse well. It does a multiverse very well. And I like you said, I like the different animations for different characters. I like the casting I like the Spider-Mans for each Spider. I like those Petey B. Parker, Gwen, Spider-Man Noir, Penny, Spider-Ham. A good cast of characters for this movie. And I also like I already knew about Miles, right? His story. People who already knew Miles' story, like his original Peter Parker died, blah blah blah.
Right.
But I didn't know how they were gonna do it in this movie. And and then Peter dies by accident. He doesn't even die. Like he dies on accident. Like he could have gotten out.
Yeah,
I guess he was just too tired. Like because Goblin grabbed him, put him in the collider explosion, and then he just couldn't get out the rubble. And then he could have probably lived, but Kingpin was gonna murk him. And so that guy died. It was this whole sad scene. The music was heavy. And then Peter B. Parker comes in. And then I like how throughout the whole movie, he was basically tutoring Michael how to become Spider-Man. And then I like the best scene in the entire movie. After this, they were about to take Miles come. because Uncle Aaron died. He's like, yo, I gotta make him let me. You gotta. Well, he's like, oh, you gotta let me make him pay for killing Uncle Aaron. And they was like, all right, bet. Then Venom struck me. He said he can't do it, and then they leave him. And then Jeff comes to talk to him, and then Miles gets up he gets out of his own to become his own Spider-Man. And the leap of faith scene, the best scene in the movie, that shit was beautiful.
Like, what's up, danger?
What's up?
The backflip.
That shit, yo, when he backflip off the thing, when he backflip off the building, and like the whole thing was like turned upside down, that shit was so good, bro. And the animation, everything, it was so good. And then like I said, the Jordans, the fit with the sweater, that was probably the best suit I've ever. They need to add that into the Insomniac games for sure. But anyways, and then I like the final scene when he actually showed up to the Collider when they were in trouble. And he basically like saved them because like they were glitching and shit, so they can't really like stabilize themselves. So he comes to help them. And I just like how like everyone's like in trouble, and he comes, and then everything just turns around. And then I like how he does a callback to Peter when he took the Collider, the drive from his thing, and then Miles like you said, don't wash. Wait, he said don't wash your hands. Wait, what? Don't wash the what? Don't wash the mouth. Wash the hands. Wash the hands. And he just swings off. It's some badass like format, and that shit was nice, bro. And yeah, I just like the Kingpin fight. And I like his final scene when his message was like anyone could wear the mask. That shit was so nice. And then I like what's his name, Post Malone's music, the sunflower, IQ check. That shit was so fire. That shit was so fire. Right? And then Prowler's theme is S tier. Prowler's fucking theme is S tier. That shit was nice.
Oh, hell yeah. That shit is everywhere. You can't avoid it.
Yo, him and Miguel's theme, yo, that shit is so fucking.
That shit is amazing.
But yeah, this movie is easily S tier, no doubt about it. This is easily one of the best Spider-Man movies to ever exist. And the only thing that's competing with it is its sequel, Across the Spider-Verse. Now you can go and say what you want to say.
Alright, so first of all, hold on. Number one. I gotta say this real quick because it's fresh on my head. Don't sleep on Miles Morales going invisible. As you saw in the movie, when he was invisible, trying to go home, she used X-ray, thermal, gamma.
I didn't even peep that.
Whatever. Couldn't see him at all. This man is truly invisible. When I saw, I said, "Damn."
No, didn't she see
That's
him?
That's a fuck-ass power. No.
Didn't she see him?
No, I don't think she saw him with anything. She might have. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But as far as I saw, she didn't see him with anything that she pulled up with. And if so, at the end, I think it was barely because she barely was catching up with him and all that.
I don't remember if she. I thought she did see him. I don't remember. I don't know.
She might have, maybe. But as far as I know, that shit. When I saw it, I said, "Oh my gosh, he's tough."
No,
I mean, you can't see him at all.
No, wasn't it because like he was in the egg thing when the spider was like making it, and then she saw him in there.
Yeah, I think that's when she saw him.
Yeah, but I don't remember if he was invisible. He became uninvincible. I don't know. I gotta rewatch that part. But whatever.
Facts, but that movie was just amazing. Every character we seen was just. Oh my gosh, it was such a good movie. That everything made sense. Like little tidbits of, hey, this is here, that's here. It was just it was so good. I don't want to spoil too much, just in case people didn't see it. But
talk about it.
Go see this shit.
Talk about it.
All right, Hobie. Toughest character in the fucking movie. Everyone knows. Everyone in the. I don't even gotta say nothing about that. Everyone knows it. Hobie was the toughest character in that movie.
Hobie was so real, bro. Oh my god.
That man was the realest ever, bro. Him taking everything, making a watch for Gwen because he knew what was gonna happen. Like, damn. All the foreshadowing, all the like you see Earth 42 Miles in the flashback when Spot is explaining things, when how the spider guy, you see him doing homework or whatever, blah blah blah. It's so crazy. And Spot himself, a good ass villain. Like what? This nigga could just travel the multiverse whenever he feel like it.
Facts.
It's just tough ass movie, tough villain, S tier. Oh my gosh, such a beautiful movie.
That movie was
animation, music, everything. Metro Boomin, he did an amazing job with the album.
Bro, that shit was so far. I think the let me go to Hobie real quick. Hobie, bro. When I saw I remember when the movie wasn't in productions yet. They was like, it's gonna be a romantic romantic triangle between Hobie, Gwen, and Miles. I'm like, oh my god, bro. I like Spider-Man, bro, but I don't know if I'm gonna like him in this movie. And then they start teasing everything towards his arrival. How Hobie, who's Hobie? Oh, he's just a guy crashed out, blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, what the fuck,
Just
bro?
stay at his place. Miles was tripping, yo.
I was like, what the fuck, bro? I was like, what the fuck, bro? Don't tell me I gotta hate on this guy, bro. And he comes in cool as hell. I'm like, okay, he's cool, but I might have to hate on him because he's against Miles. He's like a Miles rival. I'm like, bro, this guy, bro, come on, chill. Let Miles cook, bro, please. The whole time, this guy is the coolest and the realest nigga in the entire movie. No doubt about it. No fucking doubt about it. This guy really comes, and yo, oh my god, remember he was teaching him how to use his lightning better?
Yep.
And then he's like, that one scene where they had Miles in a bubble, and we cut to Hobie, and he's like holding his hands on, like, yo, don't forget that the palm.
Yo, the palm,
and Miles like, oh shit, and that shit was, oh my god, bro. I was like, bro, oh my god, this really, in the midst of all this chaos, he's still helping out Miles. This guy is real as shit. Like, I really fuck with Hobie. He's really a cool ass nigga, bro. No cap.
No bull, bro. That's what I said. One of the coolest niggas in the movie, bro.
One of the coolest niggas in the movie, for sure, bro. And I like before we talk about the cameos, let me finish. I like the beginning part. Gwen's solo. People keep telling me they didn't really like the beginning part because it was dragged on for some. It was like 10 minutes long or something, like 15 or something.
It's not that bad. The movie is like 2 hours. Like what? Yeah. 30 minutes long almost. That ain't too bad.
It's not. It's like 15 minutes is not too bad. Like and it wasn't even that bad. Like it just showed her.
And it was set up.
Exactly. It just showed more for a side of the story because she is a co-star to the film.
All right, yeah.
So like Miles still the main character, but she's still like we already know his story in the first movie. So we're gonna have more Gwen here while still seeing more of Miles. So then the Beyond the Spider-Verse can just conclude everything. So I like Gwen's first half. I like how Miguel and Spider-Man comes out of nowhere to go stop Vulture. That scene was cool. And then the dad was kind of, that guy was kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. He sees Gwen and he automatically is like, nah, bro, put your hands up. I'm like, yo, what the hell? You're not gonna let her like explain?
Right. No, just read off the rights. Like, yo, come on now.
Like, bro, that shit was kind of insane. But hey, she went to the Sparta Society. And then and then we cut to Miles just being Miles, being Spider-Man, and that's everything about that scene was kind of cool. I like how he was like basically struggling. Cause like he was like, oh, he's Spider-Man, yeah, he's still like Miles, he's still a kid, he's still in school. Him going through switching his identities, there's struggles, basically showing how like every Spider-Man has his struggles. Even though I'm pretty sure I don't remember Peter struggling that hard. But
he was showing everybody who he was, bro. Not kidding.
Yeah, but Miles, he was like, I have no one to talk to, which I understand in the movie. Cause like he's basically going through like that puberty phase, like, you know, that phase when you're a teenager, when you just like, you know, not be disrespectful, but like be like have comebacks with your parents and shit. And shit, I'll be a little rebellious. Exactly. And he's about to go to college soon. And then it was like a whole bunch of. I like the story. I like the movie more. The movie's overall lesson. How like people is trying to tell you what to do, but you gotta form your own story, your own path. And yeah, after they cut off the whole scene with Miles, it was okay. I like the talk with the mom because that really gives a callback to like when they get to the Spider Society, when he was like, when she was like, don't let anybody tell you don't belong, which really hits. That really hits. And then they cut to the Spot just stealing shit, blah blah blah, doing Spot things. I like the Spot so much. I like how he starts off as a goofy ass villain just to be some menacing ass guy towards the end.
He switched up so fast, bro. Like, oh my gosh. And the animation he did, that they did for him was fucking creepy. That shit was perfect.
Yo, and the music, the theme behind it was so, that shit was ominous as fuck.
Definitely very good.
I like how the origin, yo, that shit was hilarious. The guy who got hit by the bagel, oh my god. It couldn't be more perfect than that.
It was just so random. It's like, what?
I remember people theorized, like, back before the movie came out, that Spot was gonna be like another version of Miles. And I was like, okay, when he was talking, he was like, I'm your nemesis, I know who you are, right. Blah blah blah.
When you made me, I created you.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, is this another Miles? Are they really like going down that path just for them to tell me that guy was the guy who got hit by the bagel? Nope. I'm like, bro, no.
Just for a big old slap in the face.
That shit was so funny, bro. That shit was hilarious. And then, yeah, but the Spot, he was nice. I like how throughout the movie, he's just like getting stronger and stronger and stronger. He's like, oh, you think I'm a villain of the week? I bet. Trust. By the end of this, I'm not going to be no villain of the week.
Thanks. We're going to be villain of the month. Let's get it.
Villain of the fucking year. Nah, Spot is nice. And then I feel like my favorite scene in the entire movie, though I do like the spider chase scene. I feel like the part when they get to Indian Spider-Man, his dimension.
Papa Parker.
Yep, and then all four of them, Hobie, Gwen, Miles, and him, they all just like save people from the building. The scene where they were like crashing in the building, saving people, like trying to stop the building. That scene was so good. And I feel like that scene was nice. And then like they get to the Spider Society. And then once they get to the Spider Society, shit just goes off. Shit just goes off.
Turns left immediately. It was not what you thought.
Immediately. I'm like, bro.
They chewed that egg. Get him.
And I just like how he's maneuvering through like every single spider in the fucking multiverse.
Yo, facts. Hey, man, he's only 15 doing that. It shows he's strong as hell. He outran all them spider people. Miguel was on his ass. Still made it out.
Yo, I just like how he just felt such betrayal from Gwen and Peter B. Parker once they knew that Miles was like an anomaly. I'm like, damn, bro, damn, they knew all along.
Yeah,
bro.
I was like, come on, bro, that's so hard.
And especially the scene where Peter was just trying to give Mayday to him to hold, to them to have like a real talk. And then all of a sudden you hear Spider-Man was like, yo, we on your trail, Peter. But Peter wasn't even trying to trick them.
He wasn't even.
Like
that was like, yo, wait, hold on. I didn't know, bro.
That was just like a crazy ass scene. I'm like, damn. And then Miles like, you know what? Take your baby, and he just leaves. I'm like, damn. That really hit. And then like Gwen betraying him. I'm like, yo, this movie's really getting crazy. And then the whole train station, that scene was kind of crazy. Miguel was on his ass.
Yeah, he was on his ass 24/7. So you are not escaping.
That slam was insane, bro. I remember I heard that. Boom. I'm like, damn.
That shit was evil.
Damn. I just heard him like break through the train and then like dents that shit. I'm like, yo, this man Miguel is not playing. And then he was like, yo, you don't belong here. He wasn't even supposed to be Spot. And then that part,
yo, he started coming at him for no reason. I'm like, yo, relax. Like, neither are you.
But nah, that shit was kind of crazy if you think about it. Cause he was like, oh, if you didn't get bit, the original Spider-Man wouldn't be dead. And that the world that Earth 42, that Miles would have been Spider-Man, and that world would have had a Spider-Man.
Right.
So that's kind of crazy to like when you think about it, because like Miles is really an anomaly, so to speak. Because the minute he got like, even though it's not really his fault, because he had like no choice in the matter for anything.
Right, but still, it's like damn.
It's like
you're really not supposed to be here, bro. Like,
Nah, but that shit like I like how the movie. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was kind of crazy. But I like how the movie's like, okay, they know that Miles is an anomaly, but the whole point of the movie is for him to prove his worth, like prove who he is, prove that he's Spider-Man.
In my opinion, he proved himself very, very, very well.
Very well.
Did his thing, bro. Even though he ended up in the wrong universe, but still.
Facts. But I feel like, let's talk about the cameos, bro. Let's talk about the cameos real quick. I saw my guy, Insomniac Spider-Man. That's my goat.
Yes, sir. You saw him. Childish Gambino. What the fuck? The Prowler. Bro, that means live action Prowler is coming soon, bro. I'm telling you, they could definitely make a live action Miles Morales.
Bro, they are. It's announced already.
Let's get it. Because that's perfect.
I just don't know how they're going to do it. Who's going to cast Miles? But, hey, I don't know.
Who knows?
And then I saw Spectacular Spider-Man. Even though I already knew that he wasn't gonna be like relevant. But he came in, he said a line and said it well, and boom, he never was seen again. I'm like, yo, that was fire.
The Scarlet Spider was there, Ben Reilly.
I'm not gonna lie, I low-key hate Ben Reilly, but I like him in the movie. He was funny. He was funny as fuck.
That was like funny.
I like. Oh, they had the Lego Spider-Man.
Facts, yo. The Lego shit was so clean, bro. I love like Lego animation. That shit is funny.
I just like how they blended all animation styles into like one. I'm like, bro, how did they do that? They had Lego animation. They had real life people. And they had like animation, and they had like movie. They had like game graphic animation. Like, bro, how did they do this?
A shit ton of editing, bro. I can see why this movie took
like 5 years.
All these years, bro. And I hope the next one takes another 15 years. I want that movie to be perfect.
Bro, I don't know.
I'm willing to wait.
I don't know if I can wait that long, bro. I don't know about
because that cliffhanger was kind of crazy.
Bro, the only reason why I gave this movie at 9.5 was because I hated that cliffhanger. Like, I forgot I was in the movie theater, and then the scene. You know how you could tell where it's focusing too much on a certain scene.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I forgot. I'm like, yo, what the hell? It's focusing too much on this ending scene, and Gwen is giving a monologue. I'm like, hello?
I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready for the movie to start.
I'm like,
also, it just says to be continued. I'm like, I'm like, no.
I was like, wait.
No way.
I was like, oh shit, I forgot. This is gonna be a part. This is a part 1. This is gonna be part 2. And then I'm like, damn, bro. And they just cut off to like a to be continued. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. And like I said, I hope it takes 5 years. I'm willing to wait. I need it to be.
I truly do not know how they're gonna pull this off in a year. This has to be delayed for like an extra like 2 or 3. But I don't know if I can wait that long though. I just want this movie now.
I'm willing to wait like 2 years. 2 years.
3 is not that bad. 2 years, but 5 years? Nah, please. I can't work crazy. I need to see
5 I'm gonna forget until it come back, and then I'm gonna need to rewatch it.
Like, the only reason why I was able to get through the 2018 to now was because I didn't even know that there was gonna be a sequel movie. Like, we just see. I felt
it was only one and done.
Yeah, but they don't really announce it. Like, you could just be like, oh, I hope they make a sequel, but because every movie's gonna have like its end credits, right? But not every movie's gonna actually continue it, even if it's good or bad. I'm like, okay, I hope it's gonna have a sequel, but I don't know if it's gonna have a sequel or not, whatever. But I'm still gonna rewatch Into the Spider-Verse into like 2000 and I don't know if it's 2001. When 2021 when they said that they're gonna make the sequel. I'm like, oh, they're making a Across the Spider-Verse, yo.
Yes, sir. And that's when I need to watch the first one again.
That's when the waiting really started. That's when it just felt longer because we were waiting. But now,
when they actually say something,
now we know there's going to be a movie after Across the Spider-Verse. So now I'm actually waiting.
They did it on purpose. They're gonna be like, look, you're gonna have to wait for this,
bro.
They probably didn't even start yet. Low key, they probably like, all right. Let's see how good this is.
They have a lot of anime, bro, and they said that they're not making any more after this one because they're tired. This takes so much work. This takes so
100%.
much fucking work, and hey man, all I can say is I'm waiting for this movie. I'm gonna put this at easy S. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it better than the first one, because the first one, at least the first one had a good ending. Even though this is a part one, I feel like they should have had like a ending for this part one, because that's just like a continuation.
I don't mind cliffhangers, especially when something is as good as this.
Yeah.
So that's definitely easy S. But I would definitely I can see you throwing it behind
Into
the first one.
Into the Spider-Verse is just an amazing movie, bro. And though I like there's a lot about the second one that's easily better than the first one. But the only reason why I put this one last is because it's not like a finisher for its movie. You know? Like even though it is a part one, but even in Endgame, like not Endgame, Infinity War, that one is a part one, but you can at least show that it's concluded within its movie.
Yeah,
but this one doesn't feel concluded. It doesn't really feel concluded within the movie. It just feels like it's tied to Beyond the Spider-Verse for it to feel like a finished product. That's why I put this second.
Okay, I can agree with that. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, but real quick. Prowler or Miguel's theme? Which one's better?
Probably Prowler. Only because it's in like so much media. Like, you see this, you hear it everywhere. That's all.
Now I'm hearing Miguel's theme more often nowadays. I mean, it's a recent movie, so I understand.
It's true. Yeah, it is more recent.
Shit's a whole TikTok trend right now.
TikTok. Okay.
All right. So reviewing everything. Do you think we should change anything or not? This is like a good defiant list. Wait, whoa!
I think this is a good list. I think it's a good list.
Do you think we should change this or not? This is good.
Oh yeah. Definitely change that. Far from home. After 2.
After 2? Wait, after 2?
Yeah. After 2, right there. Yeah, I think that's pretty valid.
I think so. Okay.
Venom. Yeah.
Okay. Venom. Let's see. Venom's a perfect spot. Morbius and Venom 2, perfect spot. B's a perfect list. Hey, I feel like I don't know if Tobey's first movie is better than the second movie. I'm truly.
Tobey's first, in my opinion, is definitely better than the second movie.
I guess so, because Willem Dafoe's motivation, I guess, is better than what's his name? Doc Ock's motivation, I suppose.
And I liked how the Goblin was portrayed. Like, this nigga has super hearing. I don't know if people noticed, but like when Peter was on his roof, when everybody was inside his room, a drop of blood fell, and Will was still in the room. Goblin was still there. He heard that shit fall on the floor. He was like, "Somebody hear it." Well, he gets like, "Yo, people don't understand." Like, that shit means something, so he's definitely on demon time.
Yo, speaking of the Goblin, you just remind me of something. One thing I didn't like about No Way Home was that they turned the Goblin, because you know how the first movie, right? The Goblin wasn't really like a separate person. He was just like Norman's like inner, like deepest like personality. That just like like he just didn't want to turn to, because like he's more focused on like his face value for like the people. But in No Way Home, they turn the Goblin into a whole separate thing that Norman has to fight and keep secret, like keep dormant. And like they can like switch who controls the body or whatever. Like, what? That was so weird. That was so weird. And they use that as like a thing so that when Peter cures him, it goes away so Norman can go back to normal. When the Goblin is Norman, they're supposed to be the same person, not two separate entities and beings. Like, that shit was weird. But yeah, that's probably the only complaint I can say off the top of my head. But yeah, I think I can agree with you though. Spider-Man 1. I don't know. I feel like it's more goofier while we're watching it, but I can look past it. I don't really care. Alright, so this is a good definite list. Alright.
Yeah, this right here is definitely a good definite list, 100%.
Alright. Thanks, Mason. Want to shout yourself out one more time?
Nothing much really to say. You know, like I said, my Twitter is at Niggy4L. So
yeah, thanks
that's all I really got.
Thanks for doing the channel, man. If you want, you can always come back. If the people like you, you come back. But I'll probably bring you back again.
Of course, 100%. I'm always welcome to come back. I would love to come back.
I bet.